Hey everybody, we're back with another
Hello,
Grind
hello,
My
hello.
Gears.
Hello, hello, hello.
Welcome back to everybody to Grind My Gears. I am Sam and Beast. All those that do not know, this lovely fellow right here is TCV Beowulf, back in desktop mode again.
Hello.
Apparently, I'm guessing this is starting to become normal with you until you fix your quest.
Yes, it is.
But Wolf, you know something changed today.
Oh yeah, your outfit.
I have changed the outfit today. So, funnily enough, at least where me and Wolf are near, we're near South Carolina, and believe it or not, they're having a Comic Con this weekend. I went yesterday; it was absolutely amazing, and I'm going again today because why not? So, hello there. So this explains this actual special occasion. I'm actually going as a Jedi, not a Jedi nor a Sith. I'm the predecessor to them essentially. And let me tell you, I'm absolutely having a ball at Comic Con. Wolf, take it away, buddy.
Okay. So what we were talking about today, I'm sorry, I'm still trying to figure out how to edit this crap.
I'm sorry, everybody, about the Elite Dangerous and all that. I actually am in a bit of a time crunch right now, so this episode may be shorter than most. Kind of relying on
Yes.
Wolf right now. But
You're right.
we wanted to do Pokemon reviews and actually talk about some Switch stuff as well. But Wolf, I'm gonna let you decide which one we start on today.
We'll probably start on some Switch things.
Like what?
Uh I like the dogs, I like the dog how it is, but there's a bunch of off-brand or aftermarket dogs that look way better and they're more appealing to how uh, how the setup for the dock's gonna be at. Like I got one right now that's you've seen it.
Yes, I have.
It's more open and free. You don't really have to take.
Sorry about that.
Oh yeah, you're good. And I got it because it goes well with what my room is. It's not big. It's not bulky. It just saves more room where I have it at.
And I feel that, buddy. I really do. And all the horror stories I've heard about the aftermarket Switch stocks and everything, even by what happened with Nyko's, a reputable brand, Nyko had issues. And apologies, everybody. Oh, I got a frog stuck in my throat today. But Nyko apparently has been having issues with their docks, and me personally, I just go get a actual Switch dock. Or, and this is what I'm really am thinking about doing, getting a hold of a refurbished dock or a repaired dock and 3D printing a new case for it so it'd be sleeker, much smaller and sleeker.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Um.
that's just me about that though.
Yeah. There's a bunch of off-brand controllers.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Go ahead, start us off on that, buddy. You have more aftermarket, I have more modded.
Yeah. I don't have any aftermarket controllers. I got the licensed Nintendo Switch products. But I like the aftermarket controllers because not everyone has the same hand size. As you know me, I got big gorilla fingers. I got the sausage hands, the big gorilla ape hands. So it's really hard for me to find a controller that can fit in my hand properly. And that's where the aftermarkets come in, is because you can usually find them. They might look bulky and that, but it's not how they look; it's how they fit in the palm of your hands. Because you don't understand, my whole hand takes up a DS, a Nintendo DS. I could crush it with just one hand,
Oh,
and I'm trying to overlap my fingers on the back half of it to actually hold on to it. Oop, sorry, I thought it was out tab.
no, it's all good.
Uh, but yeah, the aftermarket. Shit, I just closed that out. But the aftermarket controllers, I like. They might destroy the Switch a lot. So
and I disagree with that because our friend Zeta has an aftermarket controller, and as you know, I messed up one. Modded is a different world. That's what I dabble in more so than anything than Wolf. But I will agree with Wolf. The Nintendo controller is hands down one of my favorite controllers of all time. It feels great in the hands. It's tactile buttons more so than a half pull, half push type thing like these controllers that I have in my hand, which are actually analog, but it's an actual push button, and I like it personally. I like the way it feels. I can play games like Paladins or even Pokemon or stuff like that. And even games on here on the my PC, I don't need the analog triggers. I just need buttons. But honestly, I love the controller. Hands down, love it. Absolutely, 10 out of 10.
but at the same time, the reason we might love controller a lot for certain games is because we're used to playing on controller a lot more
Well,
as well. Because that
you're more used to playing controller compared to me, though.
right, I have spent practically my lifetime playing controller games on controller.
Right.
Uh, Anything you want to say about Switch stuff?
I have a lot of modded Switch stuff. I actually have a modded Switch controller. Like I just said earlier, I'm planning on having a modded dock soon. I actually have a 3D printer. Matter of fact, it is sitting right here in my relative space. It is actually sitting right here next to me. And I could be printing something right now, but it really takes over the audio. But that aside, though, like modded controller, like I have a licensed Nintendo controller and I have an aftermarket shell on it. I just like the color. I did not like the shell. I don't like the shell of it. Besides that, I got an aftermarket case on it. It's pretty much the same controller, same feel. Everything's the same. It's just a different color, and that's what I was kind of aiming for. And Nintendo has a just a black controller, and I kind of want to set mine apart from everybody else. You know that
That's
that's
why I got
that
a
was
Pikachu.
yeah, that was kind of my end goal was to set mine apart from everybody else, rather than having something that everybody can buy or I got more mods planned in the future already. So that's just my 2 cents. But we haven't talked about cases though. Do you have a case for your Switch? Like something to carry it in?
Yes, I do. Actually, I have the Breath of the Wild one.
You have the Breath of the Wild. I actually have one with a. I'm trying to think of the name. It comes with the whole package where I can pack up my dock and go to a hotel or whatever if I'm traveling.
See, I
It's
just got the one to just carry the Switch itself
yeah,
with 8 games, well, 9 games included inside the Switch. But I got that can carry the controllers, the grips on the that goes around the wrist,
right.
and the Switch itself with 8 games and the charging cord. That's what I got.
That's pretty impressive. But like me, when I travel and I take any like let's say a Switch or something. Well, my case ain't just a travel case; it's a separable case. So I want to just carry the Switch, I can. If I want to carry the whole package, I can if I wanted to. But I more so use a normal case. As a matter of fact, I'm looking at getting my hands on a different case for everyday use with my Switch, which is it's pretty nice. So I can't complain. But the case I have now, it does not really fit my theme, so I'm going for something else. But that's that though. That's all I got to say about cases. Anything else you can think of, buddy?
Uh,
I'm checking the stream right now.
oh, here we go. I found it. I was able to do it. Sorry, Chad. I'm still over here trying to figure out how to do it, and I figured it out. Uh,
but but
for the Switch,
talking about controllers, I can't play games like Elite Dangerous with the Switch controller.
yeah, because okay, so going to the Switch stuff, the one thing I hate about uh Switch controllers is that they're not set up like Xbox. The A, but I can understand they're trying to set it apart differently. They have to change things around so they don't get sued.
Right.
Uh, but I had I actually had to go in on Minecraft on the Switch and actually change up the controls on it to Xbox controller settings. I had to switch my A and B button from the default Switch to an Xbox style. Uh,
Oh.
yeah, trust me, that makes a big difference in FPS games if you're not used to playing them on Switch like Zeta is.
Yeah, AME, funnily enough.
Yeah, and you.
Although I do
Um,
have a few of my keys changed up just a little bit, so
yeah, but there's a difference between changing keys and changing the buttons on a controller.
yeah.
Trust me. You,
I
it's like the decimal. It's like the what's them things called for sound decimals,
decibels,
decibels. Every 10 changes it dramatically. That's how the controller is.
right.
Um, but that's probably the only thing I have that I really have to complain about the Switch is their controller button layout.
Well, I agree there. Funnily enough, that's a slight agree, slight not, but it's more so that the butt triggers are analog rather than or pretty much buttons rather than analog switches. And I get that. Not a lot of games that really use that, especially with the Switch, but I use my controller on PC here and there, but I can't play games like Elite Dangerous because it's not. I gotta have analog controls rather than digital or a button control. But
Right.
I understand where Nintendo is coming from when they made the controller and everything. I get it. I trust me, I do. But I want your opinion on experience though.
Experience?
Yes. You been
Experience on what?
have you
Just the
been
Switch.
well, I was about to get that. The Switch Lite. Have you been playing that recently?
No, actually, it's the exact same setup. The only difference is that the Switch Lite is for more on the go players and light gamers. From what I can tell, from what I played it a little bit, it's more for megabyte games than it is gigabyte games.
So are you saying like normal games, like you won't recommend it for something like Breath of the Wild on the go?
Oh yeah, Breath in the Wild on the go because it's a big game. I wouldn't recommend it on the Switch Lite
Right,
unless you play very few games.
right,
Unless you play like a maximum of maybe 3, 4, 5 games, then you could do it. But
right.
for like actually wanting to sit there and play multiple like I have like 9, 10 games for my Switch. I wouldn't recommend it for that. I would recommend things that are low like Mario. Uh, I think wasn't Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl low in
Well, that was actually just remakes of Generation 4.
well no, I'm talking about the size of them to download.
No, they're actually gigabytes, I think. I don't know because
Well, like
I have the cards.
here, hold up, let me grab it real quick.
Okay.
Don't have it over here. No, never mind. It's in my living room. Uh, but maybe megabyte games will work. Maybe 1, 2 gigabyte games. You could do it because you're gonna have it because you're gonna have to be saving those games a lot. So if you're on the go, constantly moving around, I would say get the light. Uh, if you don't feel like carrying around a dock to hook up to a hotel TV or whatever.
Right.
But if you're the ones who like to hook up the dock, don't mind carrying the dock around and all the cords with you, then I'd say get the normal switch. Get you a because if
And
I
I'm
okay
gonna stop you there because you keep bringing the dock, bring the dock. You don't have to bring the dock. It's still movable. It's just that if you want it on a bigger screen, you just bring the dock with you.
yeah, but at the same time, if you don't carry the dock with you, you practically spent more on a switch than you would have switched light if you're just gonna play it handheld.
Oh, fair point. Fair point.
So if you're gonna get the regular Switch, yes, you need to have the dock. Oh, welcome to the stream, by the way.
Welcome to the
Um,
stream.
hope your day's going good. But no, but with the normal Switch, not having the dock is just throwing money away on it personally
Right,
because that Switch is meant to hook to a bigger TV and able to play with two people. That's the reason it has the Joy Cons able to be split, is so you can play multiplayer on it
right,
off the one set.
right,
And if you, and then that's where the Switch comes in, because then they realized, oh hey, the Switch is doing good, but we got a lot of our people traveling around. So let's
right.
make the light where the Joy Cons can't come off, but you could I don't know if you can still Bluetooth something to it, but Bluetooth other controllers to it and just prop it up somewhere and just be
Right,
you.
right. And I get that honestly, and I get where you're coming from with that. And me personally, I flip between handheld and dock mode all the time. It depends upon what I'm doing at the time. So if like I'm playing before work or at work or on a break or whatever, I'll have it with me. But otherwise, it's in its dock, ready to be played on the
Yeah,
TV.
yeah, same here. That's how mine is. I'll if I'm not like I'll use it for YouTube sometimes and just prop it up off the stand out of the dock when I don't feel like using the dock.
Right.
But at the same time, I didn't really look. I should have looked at the light, but I don't think the light has a memory card stick on the back of it.
It does not on the back, but you can still put a memory card in it.
Oh, you can.
Yes.
Okay, well then, if you get the Switch Lite, I'd recommend getting the 128 GB one, and then you could treat it like a normal Switch, play them big games. Um,
Or you
but
can
if
do
you
your,
can't afford,
or you can do it even better and get yourself 256. And because SD cards are actually becoming really, really cheap.
they are. I got the 120. I got the Mario 128 in mine.
I don't even have a Mario. I have a SanDisk
You
in
see,
mine.
I spent 60 on the Mario one just because it was Mario.
I'm about to say you pretty much only spent that money for branding, honestly.
Yeah, but to be fair, I couldn't find another one no matter wherever else I went. That was
Amazon.
close enough to me
Oh,
to get it right then and there because I needed more space at the time, right then and there.
right.
Um, so let's see here. Anything else about this Switch?
That's about all I got to say about that.
I like how you can do it like PlayStation and Xbox. And sometimes PC where you can have multiple profiles
Yeah.
and you can set them to different regions. Well, on the Switch you can set them to different regions and get games from those regions. Like I have one set up for Japan. Uh so I can get games in Japan. I can get Japan released only games now.
Right.
They might be in Japan, but hey, uh
I mean, you can't get your hands on it, right?
right.
But that's
Uh
pretty funny you mentioned that. But
yeah,
let's go ahead and move on to Pokemon reviews because I really viewers as much as I like to stick around and everything. I'm actually dead tired and also I gotta get ready for Comic Con. So let's go into Pokemon reviews.
I'll let you start us off on that one.
Where did you want to
Like
start? The games? Did you like start of Generation One up to where we are now?
shoot, if we did that, you're gonna be talking for most of that because I have only played Gen 1 and Gen 4.
You haven't played beyond that?
No, the only other ones I played after Gen 1 and Gen 4 was uh Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. That was it.
So basically Generation One. Okay.
Yeah.
I have never had the chance to play Generation One yet. I have had the
Yeah.
chance to play Heart Gold, funnily enough. And
And
Heart
I got
Gold, the little bit that I got into on Heart Gold is it's actually okay. It's not a bad game, not bad at all. I would recommend hands down, but honestly, for my generation, it's more of a fire red, leaf green type situation because it's pretty much the same games, just remade in DS.
Leaf Green was the best.
But and then like, and that's generation two. I played generation three. I have Emerald. It's okay, in my opinion. Not the best,
Stepping
not the
away.
worst. But why, Wolf? But anyway, Generation 3, I've played through most of it, and I've kind of fell off the map with it. Generation 4, however, I'm gonna have to wait for this man right here to come back. Darn it, Wolf, why'd you do that? Why did you leave me? Why? But going back to Generation 3 though, oh boy, pardon me stretching. I'm trying to stay awake. I'm like dead tired, everybody. I'm so sorry. Lock. I think I locked it. I think I did. Must have. But Generation 3 though, I've beaten 7 of the 8. I've gotten to the 8th, but I'm start getting that mythical or legendary path now, and I kind of lost interest in it for that reason, which I get. But welcome back, Wolf.
Welcome.
I
So, what
saved
topic we on right now?
I saved Generation 4 just for you.
Oh Lord, Generation 4. Where do I begin?
Okay, hold on. When we're saying Generation 4, what games have you played?
Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl.
That's it.
That's it of Gen 4.
Okay, so I've actually played the original Diamond, Platinum, and Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl. So I'll let you talk about Generation 4 because I just got done talking about Generation 3.
2 and 1. Gotcha.
2 and 3. I never played 1.
Oh, you never played 1?
I've never played Generation 1. I love to, but not right now.
Oh, fair enough. Where do I start off here for Brilliant Diamond? Um, I like how the story always starts off the same. 10-year-old boy runs to lab scientist. He says, "We gonna travel the world by force. You gonna capture these little creatures to fight one another.
Right.
Um, become friends. Save the world." Off topic here. Is it just me, or it's always been some 10-year-old to beat up grown ass men from taking over the world in every Pokemon?
It's not just you. That's what I'm sitting here. That's what I always sit here and think. But Legends Arceus actually says you're 15. Or no,
Hell,
16.
it's some
Sorry.
phrase. Hell, it's some teenager beating up these grown ass men who
But
just punch them down with a single hit.
but yeah, they
But
have like Legends Arceus 15 or 16, one of the two, and they don't say the age of everybody else.
yeah, probably they're on the same age. But
Maybe.
overall, I like the story of it. I like the introduction of all the new villains, all the new gym leaders. Honestly, I think really just with Brilliant Diamond, Shine Pearl, the or all Pokemons to be honest, is just the introduction of new regions. Is what I
Right.
like.
Right. And I get that because I love the Kalos region. I've been playing X Pokemon X here recently. I'm enjoying the Kalos region. I really am. It's very interesting, and a little bit I played, I'm pretty much hooked on it. But Generation 4, on the other hand, I played the original Diamond, I played Platinum, and those two are totally different ball games than on themselves. But Brilliant Diamond, Shining and Pearl, oh boy, they blew that one out of the waters in terms of the changes. They added in the XP share on everything. I was not a fan of that originally, and you can't turn it off still, apparently.
You can.
You cannot.
Mm.
Yeah. And, I that kind of turned me off, but I started playing through it, and they started doing that hand holding thing again up until you finally get past Sandgem Town. Which after that point, I was like, okay, cool, I'm okay with that. I'm finally back in my normal setup.
Yeah.
But my issue with Generation 4 is that, or the remakes at least, they changed the teams of most people, but they made it where you're always over leveled when you enter a gym. I did not like that.
Oh yeah, I don't like
But the
being.
Elite Four, they are no joke. They are no joke. I lost this. Yeah, I got my butt destroyed by them, but I managed to beat them all four and Cynthia, so I can't really complain.
Right. I was finally able to manage to do it. We ain't gonna talk about that, please.
Oh no, we're not. And you know, now I'm in the post game of that. I haven't even been to the mountain yet. I know that's the next step, but I haven't done it yet. But
Mm.
besides that, though, it's the remakes are actually been pretty good. Just besides the always being over leveling into a gym, like not so far even the Generation 6. That's what I think Kalos is, which is the 3DS. No, Generation yeah, yeah, 6. And I haven't really gotten that far per se, but I've done the first gym. I was actually matched up pretty well with the levels, but I see where the XP share came from now, the real XP share that we all know and love now.
Yeah.
But the Gen 4 remakes, they blew it out of the water in my opinion. I think they did a very good job with that.
Oh, and since we're off topic, but it's still on Pokemon reviews, there's there's secret mechanics in the game
Oh yeah, I know.
that I didn't know.
Like what?
Uh, I was watching this one YouTube video. This streamer, I forgot her name. I think it was Pokemon something. Pokemane, I
Pokemon.
think it was
Yeah,
her name.
I know who you're
Pokemane.
talking about.
Yeah, so she saved her Magtype because she killed about 80 Marlils. The Marlil, you know which one I'm talking about, which Pokemon?
Meryl.
Meryl. She killed about 80 Meryls, and apparently in that game, the Meryls gives you EVs, health EVs, and
Mm,
each one gives you two. So she had 100, so she killed 80. She had 160 of them, which saved her Pokemon by two health.
right.
So I thought that was interesting that I
Mm.
just learned that.
EVs have always been a thing, but not many people know about it unless you do
Yeah,
the research into it, which is pretty impressive. But the Ivies also play a heavy role, but I don't know how I feel about all that.
right. But I think they stop going once you hit max level with the Pokemon.
Uh-uh.
Oh, they keep going after you hit
You
max.
until you hit a certain point, yes. Whenever you hit a certain number of EVs, you stop getting EVs.
Okay.
You can basically have a level 10 maxed EV or speed, health, and attack EV Pokemon, and you'll never get EVs past that point until you reset its EVs.
Nah.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to bring that up because I thought that was interesting. I never knew that. I knew about the EVs because we talked about it, but I didn't
Yeah,
know that's what they did.
that we did. But anyway, so I haven't played Generation 5. You haven't played Generation 5, which is Unova. And I have the game. I have just have not time to play it. And Generation 6 is Kalos, actually. Like I said, I'm enjoying Kalos right now. I haven't beaten it. I'm nowhere near the end of the game, but I'm just now starting. I'm like maybe in Lumio City for the first time. Oh Lord, please forgive me, everybody. I didn't realize how tired I was. I might actually have to catch
Not
a nap.
excused.
I might actually have to catch a nap before Comic Con. But that aside, though, it's like I like Generation 6. I like the 3DS aspect of it. The only issue I have with it so far is that it is not necessarily not linear, but it's kind of vague where you gotta go. But at the same time, it feels like you're traveling in a group, which you know what? I'm okay with that because I've never had that experience before in a Pokemon game. So then Generation 7's Alola. I can't speak to that. Only our friend Zeta can speak to that. But Generation 8,
Ah, shit.
Galar.
Rar. Sorry
Rar.
about that. Um, I'm doing something myself here
Right.
on my side.
But have you played the Galar region yet?
Which which game is that one?
Sword and Shield.
No, no. You're. I think you and Zeta were the only ones who played
Okay.
that.
So I've played like whenever I was got back into Pokemon, it was Sword and Shield when it released. I played Sword and Shield. I beaten it. I beat DLC 1. I have not beat DLC 2. I don't like Sword and Shield. I don't. I don't agree with what they did there. I like the way that you do the friendship mechanic. I like the way that you do the HMs of sorts. Oh Lord. I like the HMs of sorts, but beyond that, I can't really speak to anything else, you know? The rest of it, I'm not a fan of. I like the
Right.
camps. I really like the camps. But I just don't like, it's so much hand holding in Sword and Shield. Way too much for my liking. And that is
And that
something, unfortunately, I'm going to have to pass up on if I ever get the chance to replay it, is because of the constant hand holding they're doing.
well, the game was meant for what 6 year olds and up, I think.
Uh, Not necessarily that old or that young, but younger audiences. But at the same time, you should have the ability to turn off the tutorials. That those games don't even give you that.
Yeah.
But it's so like it is flat hand holding. Like, hey, do this. Hey, follow me. Hey, follow me. I'm like, really?
Yeah, and I don't like games that
I
handhold
don't
like
like
that a
that.
lot.
I don't like that at all, and that's why, if given a chance, I would not play Sword and Shield. If I were given Sword and Shield and the Gen 4 remakes or even Legends Arceus, I'll take the other games over Sword and Shield any day of the week.
I would only play it to get the get the special things from it for Brilliant Diamond.
So you just have a save file for it.
Yeah, I'd still play it and try it out because I never played it, so I can't really
Uh,
give you an honest review
yeah,
on it.
I'm not a fan of it. The only thing I like out of there the most is Dynamaxing and Gigantamaxing. That is so much fun, and you have to use it so strategically though. Like I've had serious clutch moments saving my Dynamax because the gym leaders is always their ace. They Dynamax right off the bat. I have gone clutch because I didn't do that because I wanted to overpower them in the end because it's the only way to beat them.
Right.
So, which is pretty impressive in on itself. But that aside, though, like Sword and Shield, I would never play again. Legends Arceus, on the other hand, we get my favorite game, which is the latest and greatest game at this time.
I hate it.
I love it. I am
I hate it.
enjoying Legends Arceus.
I don't like the way they did it.
I like the way they did it. It's a fresh spin. I like it. I really do
Oh
like
yeah,
it.
don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I like the fresh spin, but the way they I can't phrase it, but I just don't like the way how it's being played. How
You don't like the gameplay.
I don't like the gameplay of it. I can get behind the story because you know me. I play a off topic here again. My bad, chat. But you know I play a lot of RPGs.
Yeah,
You know I play games for the story. When I play games like that,
right,
Pokemon, Fire Emblem, I play them for the story.
right, and I get that.
But when you got a good story like Arceus does, oh, you're traveling back in time to help these people out. You gotta have
You gotta
I
have
could
the
under
execution behind it.
you gotta have the execution. It's like making a plan to go raid someone. Here's this is what they did, but it's up to y'all to figure out how to execute it.
Right,
It's like, yeah, now you got us scared. I'm not gonna say I'm scared of Arceus, but you got me confused. You got me upset. You got me scared. Like, why wasn't this planned out ahead of time? It's
right.
just that film for me for it.
And you know,
Like,
I'm playing through the game right now, and I just agree because I agree for the first bit, 100%. But I do feel like there is some unplanned parts in it, but at the same time, I feel there are plenty of planned parts in it. And but the tutorial just didn't feel. It felt fresh. It was a breath of fresh air for the mechanics. But the tutorial was a little vague on a lot of stuff.
yeah,
I didn't agree with that. And you wouldn't know unless you actually either A, done the research or B, experienced it yourself, like alphas, for instance, or uh, the different type Pokeballs, kind of the techniques they recommend or that most people would use inside the game or inside the universe, stuff like that, you know.
See, and I like that. I like that. That takes me back to the old ones. Oh, you got these different Pokeballs for different reasons. Oh, Dust Ball, better to use it at dusk or dawn.
Right.
Uh, but it's the it's the what really turns me away from it is how you have to fill the Pokédex in it. That's what turns me away is that now it seems to focus on now if you want to I can understand for 100% completers, I understand that would be phenomenal for them. We'd give them
Right.
more content to do. But at the same time, it's not. I don't want to have to sit there out in the open world and having to go find the resources to make the Pokeballs to spend that to catch the same ones and constantly fast travel back and forth.
Right.
I can understand doing it when you're shiny hunting, but we all know half of that we're gonna just reset the game anyways and lose all that progress.
Not necessarily, but yeah.
Not necessarily,
I get
but
where you're coming from though, because I get it, I really do, but at the same time, the decks in the games before are all digital. This is actually having to actually catch multiple or people, not specimens or people, multiple Pokemon, because you have to analyze, you have to understand, and you got to see a move a certain way to better understand. I get that. I like that a lot. So I think if anything, your issues with the gameplay, honestly.
I think it is.
Yeah, but Wolf, buddy, and chat. I'm also sorry to cut this one very very short, but I'm on the verge of passing out right now. I
I
have
want to
not.
see him go face first, chat. Tell him face first in the desk. Face first in the desk.
Not today, but Wolf. We're gonna have to follow up with part two to this probably tomorrow, and we'll
Yeah.
we'll pick it. We'll pick this up tomorrow but chat. It's been fun. I'm so sorry to cut this short though, but we will be back tomorrow with part two of Grind My Gears.
Yep.
So Wolf, I'll go and let you close this off. Oh yeah, and to those that are in the South Carolina area, I'm actually not home right now. I'm actually in a hotel room of sorts. And anyway, that aside, but if you see me at Comic Con, I would be the Jedi, not Jedi or Sith, but Jedi. So Wolf, go and
Like
close this
the
off.
guy before. All right, I got you. We thank y'all for watching Grind My Gears Part 1. Uh, we're on Sandman Beast. We're on Beast's channel right now. Uh, you can get in touch with me at twitch.com/TTV underscore Beowulf. And if you have any comments or things you want us to talk about, you can contact me, uh, or you can leave them in the comment section when he uploads this on YouTube, and we'll try our best to get back to him.
Yep. But anyway,
So,
thank you for everybody for watching, and we'll be back tomorrow with part two.
oh yeah, definitely.
Oh yeah, most definitely. So yeah, we'll see everybody then.
Uh,